Dear friends, today I will discuss some of the queries asked from the quiz of chapter 12. Okay, so the first query is question number 6. Why should the central government or high court be interested in a patent revocation? Even if the central government wants to use the patent, it is authorized by the act to use the patent for its own use. Okay, so first of all, friends, I will go to question number 6 first. Question number 6 was, who all can file for the revocation of a patent? Okay, and the option was any person interested via a petition. Option B, central government via a petition by the IPAB. Option C, a counterclaim in a suit for infringement in the High Court by a person. Fine. So, earlier also it was correct, but I have corrected it a little bit for a more clearer understanding, or we can say to reduce confusion, I have just corrected. And I must say, friends, sometimes what happens, if you have done a mistake at some place, if you correct the same mistake at the same place, it becomes more helpful for a better understanding, and also it helps in memorizing also. Fine. So that's why I have shown you here only. Fine. So now I can say, is the options were like any person interested via a petition, central government via a petition by the IPAB, a counterclaim in a suit for infringement in the High Court by a person, and all. And among these things, the answer will be all as per section 64 subsection 1. As per this section and the specified subsection, we can say that who can file. If a question comes to us that who can file, then we must say any person interested, or the central government, or the person making the counterclaim in an infringement suit for a patent. And where we can file, that means where it can be filed. Now, first one is in the IPAB and second one is in the High Court. In both places we can file. We means these three persons. Fine. So this way, I think question number 6 is now it is more clear. But one thing my friend has asked here, that why the central government or High Court be interested in a patent revocation. So friend, I must say that this can be resolved by showing some case studies. Okay, and in my further videos, in my future videos, I will try to show you some case studies regarding this section. Fine, so that it will be more clearer. Okay, but the answer should be like this, because as per the section, who can file and where it can be filed are clear. Fine, so the answer will be D. Next, question number 9. The patent has been granted. After grant, it should be withdrawn only. Form 14 can be used. So I will go to question number 9. Question number 9 was, if an applicant does not want to proceed with a granted patent, he can, option A, request for withdrawal in form 30. Option B, submit form 14. Option C, none. Option D is request the controller with a notice offering surrender. Fine. So I will proceed with the options one by one. First option is given, request for withdrawal in form 30. First of all, this statement is wrong, because request for withdrawal is done in form 29. So this is discarded. Option B, submit form 14. Form 14 is about the notice of opposition. So this is also discarded. Option C is none. Option D is request the controller with a notice offering surrender is correct, and this is as per section 63 subsection 1. Okay. So my friend, you have a doubt or a query for form 14, right? So for that reason I have mentioned here what is form 14. Form 14 is notice of opposition. Now read the underlined word or read the group of words underlined, and after that read these things so that you can be more clear about the meaning. So exactly form 14 is for notice of opposition. For what? For amendment or restoration or surrender of patent or grant of compulsory license or revision of terms thereof or to correction of clerical errors. Fine. So that's why form 14 is not applicable here. And form 29 is request for withdrawal of the application for patent. So this is not mentioned here. So the answer will be choice or option D only. Fine. Next. The next query was about question number 10, bit 1. The notice clause is missing in the choice. Okay. So what was the question? Question 10 was write true or false. So for bit 1, if the controller accepts the patent is offered to surrender, he may direct the patentee to return the patent and shall order for the revocation of the patent. Okay. Now we can see as per section 63 subsection 4, if the controller is satisfied after hearing the patentee and any opponent, if desirous of being heard that the patent may properly be surrendered, he may accept the offer and by order revoke the patent. So as per my understanding, this statement and this statement are similar, and that's why this statement is a true statement. And no need of searching for the notice clause. Fine. So these all are my explanations, friends. If you have any queries still, or if you are not convinced with my answers, so please comment in the comment box and keep interacting so that everyone will be benefited. Okay. And that's all. So please share my video, please subscribe my channel, and okay, all the best. Thank you.